how do we represent a polynomial? Say, for example, we have a polynomial 2x squared plus 6x minus 3. The way we represent any polynomial is that we write a lowercase letter. And most of the time you will see the letter p being used because we can think of p stands for polynomial. And then we open a bracket or a parenthesis, and inside that we write the name of the variable. So this is a polynomial in variable x. So inside goes the variable x, and then we close the parenthesis, and we say this is equal to our polynomial. So we represent our polynomial by p within bracket x. Now, do we always have to use the letter p? No. We could have also written the same thing with lowercase q and then x like this. This would be exactly the same, right? Or we could have written the same thing lowercase r and within bracket x. What we do not do is we do not use the same variable letter outside. That means we do not write like this. We never do that. So this we never do. Or if the variable is in y, so for example, if our polynomial is y cubed plus 10, we will not represent this as, we will not do that. So we will represent this as maybe p y. So let's take a look at some examples here. So we have written some random polynomials here, and let's say how do we represent each one of them. So for the first one, we can say lowercase p, this is a polynomial variable x, so we write like this. Next one, we have a polynomial in variable y, so we can say q y equal to this. Now we could have also used the same thing. We could have written this as py, and that would have been perfectly fine as well, right? The third one is a polynomial in variable r. So we can write this as q r within bracket, r is the variable. Remember, the one which is the letter which is inside the brackets or parenthesis is always the variable. And similarly for the last one, we can say it as r, and the variable here is u, right? So we can say r within bracket u is equal to this. So this is how we represent a polynomial. Now, one other thing before we wrap up this video is that we arrange the terms of a polynomial from highest power of the variable to the lowest power of the variable. So what do we mean by that? So let's write a random polynomial. Say we have a polynomial px, and this is given as, say, 7x power 10 minus x power 20 plus 5x squared minus 8x power 8 plus 7x minus, say, 10. If this is our polynomial, now we can leave this polynomial the way it is, and that will be perfectly fine. But the standard way to write a polynomial is that we identify the terms that contain the variable, and we find out which is the highest power of the variable, and we write those terms from the highest power of the variable to the lowest power of the variable. So the right way, or the standard way to write this polynomial will be, so these are the terms that contain the variable, right? So here the highest power is 20. So we will write the first term as minus x to the power 20, because this is minus x to the power 20. So 20 is the highest power. Next is 10. So we write plus 7, so plus 7x to the power 10. This is the next term. Then the term after that is this one, x raised to the power 8. So we say minus 8x raised to the power 8. Then we have 5x squared. Then we have 7x. And then the constant term is always the last term, right? So this is how we arrange the terms in a polynomial.